In just 2 minutes, I'll transform how you view women forever. You're not seeing her clearly right now. You're caught up in the surface, her looks, her vibe, her games. But beneath that lies something far stronger, something she doesn't even realize drives her. Most men believe attraction comes down to height, wealth, or charm. They pursue her, try to dazzle her, and then wonder why she drifts away. Here's the reality. A woman is swayed by forces she can't articulate. Subconscious cues, emotional voids, psychological triggers. Learn how these work, and you shift from reacting to leading. That's when the dynamic changes. You're no longer just another guy. You're the one she can't stop thinking about, the one who commands the interaction without ever raising his voice. This isn't about manipulation. It's about understanding what truly works. It's about being grounded, unshakable, the man she craves without knowing why. If this resonates, hit like to signal the algorithm you're with us, subscribe, and in the comments declare, I'm ready to make her crave me. Say it boldly, own it. Because once you do, this video will hit differently. Let's dive in. Weakness 1. The lure of the unknown. Ever notice how the quiet guy in the corner saying little draws the most attention? That's no coincidence. Mystery fuels curiosity, and curiosity sparks attraction. Women are drawn to the unknown, to the man who doesn't reveal everything up front. The one who makes her wonder, why hasn't he texted back? Why does he feel near yet far? What's his deal? In those moments of wondering, you've already entered her mind, and once you're there, you're halfway to her heart. Most men mess this up. They think openness builds connection, so they spill everything too soon. But connection doesn't come from bearing it all. It comes from mystery. A woman doesn't want a book already read. She wants a page-turner, a slow reveal, a man she earns bit by bit. So, what's the move? Hold back. Not to play games, but to guard your presence. Say less, mean more, be there, then vanish. When she's chasing answers, she's chasing you. If this subtle power clicks, tap like to show the algorithm men like us are still out there. Subscribe if you see mystery as your strength, not a flaw. In the comments, share one thing about you a woman should have to earn to uncover. Weakness. 2. The quiet magnetism of power. There's something captivating about a man who enters a room and doesn't need permission to exist. He doesn't wait for an invitation or seek approval. He just is. In that quiet confidence, he owns the space. Women sense it instantly, not with their eyes, but with a deeper instinct. You've heard it. I like nice guys. But let's be real. Nice guys ask too much. Is this okay? Can I do this? And soon, they fade into the background. Deep down, a woman doesn't want to steer the ship. She wants a man who says, follow me, and turns the mundane into something electric. It's not about control. It's about giving her calm. Your decisiveness is her relief. Hesitate, and she'll feel it. Overthink, and she'll pull away. Want the edge? Don't ask. Act. Take the lead, pick the spot, set the vibe, mean it. She'll follow, not because you demanded it, but because she feels safe. Ever notice how confidence speaks louder than words? Hit like if you felt the shift when you stopped asking and started leading. Subscribe if you're ready to lead with quiet strength. Comment, when I lead, she follows. Weakness. 3. The allure of the forbidden. Every woman has a hidden side, a quiet desire she rarely voices. It's the part that craves excitement, the unexpected, the rules she longs to break, but doesn't. Most men lose her here. They play it safe, too polite, too agreeable, too scared to stir attention. But here's the truth. Women don't dream of the guy who agrees with everything. They fantasize about the man who pushes back, teases, challenges, pulls her out of her comfort zone. That's why the bad boy lingers, not because he's cruel, but because he's a challenge, unpredictable, a story unfolding page by page. How do you step into that space? Don't be harsh, but don't be obvious. Surprise her. Defy her expectations. Keep her guessing your next move. Flirt with silence. Pull back when she expects you to lean in. Lean in when she's sure you'll retreat. Tension keeps the spark alive. A woman falls harder for the man who makes her wonder. When you're not easy to predict, you live in her imagination. Ever notice how mystery breeds obsession? Tap like to keep that edge sharp. Subscribe if you're ready to be the man she can't figure out. Comment, I don't play safe, I play unforgettable. Weakness. 4. The heat of jealousy. Jealousy is like fire. Mishandled, it destroys. Used right, it creates heat, tension, desire. Most men miss this. If she feels she's already won you, she stops trying. Women don't chase men who are always there. They chase those whose attention must be earned. Think about it. Why does she notice you more when other women do? Why does her vibe shift when she sees you laughing, relaxed, confident, surrounded by others? It's not about flirting. It's about presence. You don't need to be a player. Just carry yourself like a man who's already chosen. When she senses others want you, she remembers why she did. Desire fuels desire. So how do you spark this? Be magnetic. Live your life beyond her. Engage with others. Move with ease. Be social yet elusive. Don't make her your world. Let her orbit yours. And never let her think you can't walk away. A woman's deepest fear isn't rejection. It's losing something rare. Be rare and she'll chase you. Ever seen her grow distant until another woman smiled at you? Smash, like if you felt that shift. Subscribe if you're done being too available. Comment, I let her feel the fear of losing me. Weakness. 5. The emotional ride. Here's a truth most men overlook. Predictability kills attraction. Women don't fall for men who only offer calm. They fall for those who make them feel. Not chaos, not drama, but contrast. Laughter, then silence. Warmth, then distance. A soft touch, then space. That's the rhythm that hooks her. The emotional roller coaster. It's why she rereads your texts, leans in when you pull back, gets addicted to the uncertainty of what's next. You don't need to manipulate her. Just stop being predictable. Most guys aim to be the good guy. Always there, always sweet, always steady. But if she can guess your every move, her curiosity fades, and so does the spark. A woman craves emotional motion, moments that shift her, make her laugh, wonder, feel alive. The man who gives her that, she won't let him go. Ever felt her interest spike when you stopped being so available? Hit like if you've seen that shift. Subscribe if you're done being predictable. Comment, I bring the emotion she can't resist. Weakness. 6. The power of validation. No matter how confident she seems, every woman wants to feel chosen, seen, valued by someone she respects. That's the secret. Most men ruin it by giving validation too freely, too soon, without making her earn it. Constant compliments seem sweet, but kill the mystery. True power is in restraint. Say less. Praise when it's earned, not automatic. Let her wonder what you're thinking. Let silence do the talking. The less you give, the more she seeks. When she's chasing your approval, She's already invested. Don't be cold. Be deliberate. Make your attention a reward, not a gift. A woman hooked on your validation thinks of you even when you're not there. Ever noticed her lean in more when you held back? Smash like if you've seen that moment. Subscribe if you're ready to stop giving it all away. Comment, my silence makes her wonder. Weakness. 7. The seduction of a deep voice. There's something about a man who speaks without raising his voice, yet everyone leans in to listen. A slow, steady, low tone, calm, unhurried. That voice doesn't just speak, it commands. Why? A deep, measured voice signals power, control. A man who doesn't need to persuade, he simply is. Most guys rush, talk fast, let their voice pitch up when nervous, and the tension fades. Want her attention? Slow down. Lower your tone naturally. Let silence linger between words. Let her feel the weight of what's unsaid. A man who masters his voice masters the room's energy. When your words land deliberately, she'll lean closer to hear more. Ever made her go quiet just by speaking slower? Hit like if you felt that shift. Subscribe to harness the quiet power most men miss. Comment, I don't speak louder, I speak deeper. Weakness. 8. The subtle power of touch. Touch is a language, and when spoken well, she listens without knowing why. Not all touches are equal. It's not about touching more, but touching right. A light hand on her lower back, guiding her through a crowd. A brief brush of fingers when passing something. A subtle touch on her arm during a shared laugh. These moments whisper, not shout, and in that whisper, desire grows. Most men either overdo it or avoid it. Too much feels pushy, too little feels absent. Master the balance, and your presence becomes addictive. It's not the touch itself, it's what it suggests. Confidence, control, connection. Touch her right, and words become unnecessary. She'll feel you. Ever seen a subtle touch shift the mood? Hit like if you felt that spark. Subscribe to learn the quiet moves that speak loudest. Comment, one touch. That's all it takes. Weakness. 9. The hypnotic pull of eye contact. They say eyes are windows to the soul, but wielded well, they're a gateway to desire. Most men get it wrong. Looking away too fast or staring too long, both break the moment. The secret? Controlled intensity. Hold her gaze a beat longer than she expects, then break it with purpose, not panic. Look away slowly, like you're leaving a thought hanging. That subtle tension lingers. Add a slight smirk, a hint of mystery in your eyes, and she's left wondering, what was that look? That's how you stay in her mind. Eye contact isn't just seeing, it's making her feel seen. Do it right, and she'll think of you long after you're gone. Ever caught her still staring after you looked away? Hit like if you felt that tension. Subscribe to master presence without words. Comment, she felt it in a glance. Weakness. 10. The allure of the unpredictable man. Nothing kills desire faster than predictability. When a woman can read you like a script, she stops wondering. And when she stops wondering, she stops feeling. Women are drawn to the man who balances warmth and distance, playfulness and depth, availability and elusiveness. He's not playing games. He has a life, a purpose, a presence that demands attention without begging for it. The men women obsess over, they don't text back instantly. They don't agree to everything. They don't over-explain. They act, leave space, create questions rather than answers. That's the secret. A woman's deepest weakness is a man she can't fully decode. When she doesn't know your next move, your thoughts, or where your mind wanders, she leans in. She replays moments. She feels you long after you're gone. So, will you stay predictable or become the man she can't stop thinking about? If this sparks something in you, hit like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. This is the Spirit, and I'll see you in the next video.